Mohanlals, ladies and gentlemen. Two, not one, two. Two different people acting in different movies. I swear, after the release of R.D.O trailer, which is making so many crazy vibes and trends, and people are so excited about it because it brings back memories of the proper mass Narasimham, that kind of vibe from the young, deadly mass Maharaja Mohanlal, and is giving that hyper entertaining feel. It is such a big mega mass popcorn entertainer that is very classic and does not require anyone to go with logic or anything, but just with a big bowl of popcorn to enjoy this mass version of Mohanlal, which was last successful in Lucifer, which was a good film, as well as Puli Murugan before that years ago in all the films that I tried to mention right now. So why is it that this version of Mohanlal generates so much excitement, whereas something like an Odeon does not work, something like a Marakkar does not go to that level of mass excitement? This movie actually, if you look at it for the Malayalam film audience, this movie Aaraattu is giving more glimpses of a Tamil commercial entertainer. It is giving glimpses of Telugu films. It is giving glimpses of Kannada mass entertainers. So how come this version of Mohanlal works and the other version that is actually trying to make concept oriented big larger than life films like Marakkar somehow does not sit very well and work very well with every single Mohanlal fan? That is what we are going to examine today, and one of the reasons that I think that this works is you can see the clear, natural, comfortable approach by Mohanlal himself in this kind of a movie. This is a local movie. He knows the flavor, he understands the flavor, he has mastered this sort of character, and you can see how he himself seems to be more energetic, more happy, more entertaining, and doing things that are expected of him in something like a Marakkar, which is the same level of energy, stunts, action, the vibe, the charismatic superstar that he is, with all phases of him, whether it's love, romance, action, comedy, all that wrapped into one. This he can comfortably do in a movie like R.D.O, but he cannot do all of that in the confines of the characters of Odeon, Marakkar, etc., because those are more based on the drive of a particularly specified character, a particularly specified vision of the director, a particular kind of storytelling. If you go back to Puli Murugan, the whole point of that movie was to bring back this kind of raw action mass superstar with a good different sort of style of storytelling. Lucifer obviously had so many throwback sequences to his own movies, the scenes, the way he delivered the dialogues, the action. There were many throwbacks in there, as Prithviraj directed that movie, who he is a fanboy as well. So R.D.O seeks to bring back that sort of nostalgic vibe, whereas other movies like Odeon, Marakkar, etc. confine the character and the actor Mohanlal to those particular boundaries. Now, I don't have an answer for why the energy, the stunts, the level of action, and the level of that energetic, just like young charismatic vibe was not existent in Marakkar, but it goes to show that somewhere the pressure of the larger than life vision, the pressure of the budget, the pressure of the national release, the pressure of a historic film, all this weighs down upon the actor Mohanlal, whereas in this film, I promise you, there was no no such expectation laid. They were all as a team having fun. They wanted to create an out and out mass entertaining movie. They brought people from various industries as supporting actors. They threw in all different languages in there in the movie, as we can see in the trailer, and had various versions of Mohanlal who's just having a blast. So I think that pressure, the whole sort of expectations, all these things can weigh in on a particular actor such as Mohanlal, and therefore you can clearly see he's having so much fun that is coming across on the screen for us to then have fun watching him doing all these kind of things. Of course, there is a nostalgic factor in there, but that is the whole point of this movie as to why people are enjoying it. Whereas when it comes to more vision driven movies like Odeon, Marakkar, etc., that don't have any sense of nostalgia, are purely story based, and I try to go deeper into the character, people have that disconnect with their expectation, because even as Marakkar, you expect him to do crazy levels of action and stunts, but that doesn't come through somehow. You expect him to do whatever the tales were around Odeon growing up that people have heard, you expected all that to be delivered, but maybe it doesn't get delivered. So these are very interesting things, and makes me think that going forward, what kind of movies should be made by megastars in the Malayalam film industry, because certain films are clearly not sitting well. So it's a very interesting, delicate, tricky situation for filmmakers, and I wanted to make this video because it is a very interesting topic and I want to hear the thoughts on what people think, because we just had Marakkar, we had a failure called Odeon, we had a success called Lucifer, Polymurgan, and now R2 is trending so hard and people are absolutely vibing when it is a basically an out and out commercial mass entertainer like many other such movies across all the 4 industries. So without having a new element, people are still absolutely loving the trailer. So please leave your thoughts below on this very interesting topic, and of course, as always, subscribe to this channel, like, comment, share this video, and keep watching for much more.